When you think of anything Italian, your mind immediately thinks about style. For bikes, it's Ducati. For boats, it's Riva. For planes, it's Piaggio. But when it comes to cars, however, a number of Italian brands may come to mind. But definitely one of the more understated of those brands is Maserati. There's no disputing that Maserati makes beautiful cars, and the Grecale is no exception. Where is it positioned? It slots in just underneath the Levante, which means it competes with the likes of the BMW X3 and X4, the Mercedes GLC, and the Porsche Macan. But I'm sure we can all agree that the Maserati will help you stand out from that crowd.
Maseratis both past and present have provided inspiration for the Grecale's design. The taillights, for example, harking back to the boomerang units featured on the 3200 GT. In profile, the signature trapezoidal C-pillar and steeply raked rear window create a coupe effect, while the nose displays a clear family resemblance to the MC20 supercar.
So why would you buy a Maserati over the competition? Well, it's for the same reason why you would get married here at Avianto and why many people choose this destination over any other place. It's all about the attention to detail, and that is most evident in the interior of the new Grecale.
As is the case with the exterior, the cabin represents a seamless blend of tradition and modernity. Climb aboard and the abundance of polished aluminium, smooth leather, and open-pore ash wood elevates the cabin atmosphere. Vehicle information is provided by the fully digital instrument cluster, while the infotainment system and vehicle functions are controlled by a 12.3-inch touchscreen, coupled with a smaller auxiliary screen below, and for the first time, the trademark dash-mounted clock has gone digital too. Another crucial element of luxury is space, and Maserati is keen to point out that the Grecale boasts best-in-class rear seatroom. Conveniently located levers allow you to drop down the rear backrest, and the boot space of 535 litres trumps that of both the BMW X4 and the Porsche Macan.
So despite Maserati having a performance heritage, this vehicle is aimed at a new age consumer, a consumer that is more interested in style and tech. And if that's the kind of consumer that you are going to like this Maserati Grecale. Sitting inside this vehicle, you are immediately met with modern technology. Everything feels of a high quality, and it also feels new age. Ergonomically, this vehicle makes a lot of sense, and I enjoy the fact that even though this is not a performance car, you still feel as if this is a vehicle that you can have a bit of fun with. And it is the case. There are 3 models on offer. You get the GT, the Modena, and then the Trofeo. So we are in the Modena, which is the middle ground spec, but it still produces 246 kilowatts and 450 Newton meters. This vehicle uses a 2-liter turbocharged engine, and it is mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. I'm currently in the normal mode, but the suspension still feels quite compliant, especially considering the roads that we're driving on. If I switch the toggle and I engage sport mode, you immediately hear the exhaust liven up, and the car does get firmer. To me personally, I'd rather stick to the normal mode because I don't want to get myself into trouble, especially in a vehicle that attracts this amount of attention. One lovely element about this Grecale is that no matter the mode that you're in, the vehicle still feels engaging. Turning corners with this car is a pleasure, So for the Maserati purists, you'll be happy to know that the performance attributes of the brand are still intact. But I need to remind myself that a vehicle like this is not the kind of car that would appeal to out-and-out petrol heads. Yes, they might have this vehicle in their stable, but this is generally aimed at somebody who wants more zhuzh. And if zhuzh is what you're looking for, then this Grecale might just be the car that you need. This vehicle is fitted with a Sonos Faber sound system, and my goodness, is it very entertaining to experience. So if you're an audiophile, a car with this kind of setup will really keep you rocking, both literally and figuratively. Overall, the Maserati Grecale appeals to a very different consumer. As a petrol head, you might be left wanting a bit more, but that's why you can opt for the Trofeo spec. But for those who aren't interested in making a lot of noise, this middle ground spec does make a lot of sense from both a powertrain and an innovation perspective. So after spending the day driving the Maserati Grecale, I can confirm that this vehicle gives you both style and substance. But all of that does come at a cost. The vehicle we're testing today has a base price of 2.3 million rand. And for this exact car, you're going to be paying roughly 2.5 million rand, which we can all agree is a lot of money. But I guess the age-old saying remains, if you have to ask about the price, then perhaps you're not the target audience.